Speaking of money, Senate Democrats want to spend $1 trillion of your tax dollars to rebuild America's crumbling infrastructure. The question is, will President Trump go along? Chief political correspondent Carl Cameron looks at the prospects.
We will build new roads and highways and bridges and airports.
Seizing on President Trump's inaugural address, reiterating campaign promises to repair the nation's aging infrastructure, Democrats unveiled a plan to spend $1 trillion over 10 years.
He campaigned on a promise of bigger and better infrastructure. This plan is the way to make it happen.
Among other big-ticket items, Democrats would spend $210 billion repairing roads and bridges, $180 billion upgrading rail and bus systems, $110 billion improving water and sewer infrastructure, $100 billion to modernize the electrical grid, $75 billion for schools, and $70 billion for deeper ports, improved shipping waterways, and airports.
We can create up to 15 million decent-paying jobs.
Democrats hope 15 million new jobs will appeal to President Trump. President Obama's attempts at a so-called infrastructure surge were opposed by most Republicans because it would have increased the national debt.
And we call on the president to persuade his Republican colleagues in the House and Senate to drop their opposition to investing in infrastructure and get on board with this plan.
But the Democrats' plan for direct federal spending faces huge resistance on the Hill. Republican Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell doused ice water on the Democrats' plan.
I don't think we ought to borrow almost $1 trillion and plus up a bunch of federal accounts, incur a lot of additional debt, and don't build any projects to speak of.
The president's plan is expected to offer tax credits to private sector business that join in public-private infrastructure projects. Trump's team has said the White House plan will not increase the debt. Congressional Republicans want to see the fine print.
We have a $21 trillion debt, but I think we would all like to tackle infrastructure.
President Trump's promised to rebuild America's infrastructure and reduce the national debt. Doing both is going to be difficult, and this is only the beginning of an infrastructure battle in Washington that's likely to last all year. Chris?
Carl, thank you.